My name's Gideon Kamau. I'm a counselor dealing with marriages, and as well in hospitals. I work with a Khan hospital. I'm also a lecturer. I usually teach counseling psychology and theology in some schools. Yeah, and I'm glad to be here.
So why did you decide to become a marriage counselor?
One is because of the society. I saw a need or a gap in a society whereby a society need, to have a collection of whereby people need to charge their family and also their marriages. I believe everything begins from a family perspective, and everything ends at family. If we have a good family, the society will be good, and as well the country will as well be okay. Yeah, sure.
So are there marriages that cannot be restored even after counseling session?
Yeah, there are marriages that cannot be restored even after counseling sessions, for some reasons. There are some marriages that are built on the bad foundation or on faulty foundation. People married for wrong reasons, and when they came into marriage, there are people who came like a contract. And so when the contract or when the purpose is done, that marriage is dissolved. The others, maybe for them, they married for long reasons probably. And the moment they have those expectations and they got married, they get frustrated after all when their expectations are not met. So you realize people are trying to live with somebody they are not okay with. People who are separated yet they are together. They're separated emotionally, but physically they are together. And then you find, in as much as there are so many sessions to bring them together, these people are not connecting because they are not into it together. I believe in as much as people can have so many sessions, it wouldn't help. And the best thing, instead of staying in toxic relationship or in a toxic marriage, it's better to live. Yeah.
What are the fundamentals to follow before going into marriage?
One thing I believe is the foundation. When love by itself cannot sustain marriage. So in as much as people may be in love with each other, love is not enough to build marriage. There is more for marriage. So what I would really advocate for is for friendship. Marry your friend. Know the person you're getting married to. That in as much as you people will have the fights and disagreements, this person have the good at heart for you, and will always have the best interest for you. So I believe the best thing to do in life, especially in marriages, before getting into marriages, it's good to minimize the expectations, because expectation at times they get frustrated when they are not met. Also, I think there's something called lies. It's good to do away with lies. Lies usually sabotage love, usually kills love. The moment you lie so many times, or the moment you have promised somebody so many things, promised them even heaven, and you have not been in heaven you yourself, I believe it's a challenge, because the moment they are expecting that heaven, they will be frustrated at times. So I believe honesty should be a fundamental key, and also good foundation. The main reason why am I getting into this, having the right purpose, having the right objective, where I'm getting into this. Also, it's also good to be aware of something we call, am I ready for it? Am I ready for what I'm getting myself into? Because if you're not ready psychologically, I think there are three aspects for somebody to be lady. There is an aspect of psychological neediness. And my lady, psychologically, to be a wife to somebody or a husband to somebody. And my lady, emotionally, to surrender myself, my wills, my emotions, my body to this person. Am I really ready for this? Also, financially is another key, because we cannot eat love, right? We usually eat money. So there must be something we need to eat at the end of the day, and we cannot be in bed the whole day. So there is more to love, right? So I believe in as much as people should rethink, people should have a rethink of what they really want when it comes to marriage, because also sex is not the object of a marriage. Those people who are in marriages, they can tell you, or we can tell you, that we don't have sex every day. It's not possible, right? Actually, the grace to do it, or the zeal to do it, it's actually very minimal. So people cannot be doing sex every day. It's not even possible. So you realize if you are getting married for sex, you will do it for 3 minutes, and then the passion is done. Yeah. And as well, you realize if something that attracted you is sex you can get it from anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? And so we don't get married for sex, or actually to satisfy our urges. So it's not all about sex. It's not about even kids. We don't even get married for kids. There are so many things that are in this. That's what I would think, and actually summarize people on. Sure.
What are the leading causes for divorce?
The one I would say, divorce is not bad. One of the leading causes is when you realize you are not compatible with your partner. Or else I would put it this way, you are not heading to the same direction with your partner. You people have different direction when it comes to marriage, and you would rather stop instead of going to the wrong direction. Something else I would say is when there is cheating. I think as well you feel disrespected. When you feel disrespected, there is no need to stay in a place where you're not respected. So the best thing is to stop. And the third thing I usually think it's because of the children. You might as well realize the partner is not responsible enough to take care of the children, or he or she is not emotional, responsible in terms of the children. Maybe they are workaholic, maybe they are having issues here and there, and therefore they are bringing their anger, or bringing out their anger to the children or to you as well as a partner. You would feel this is not what you signed in for, so you would rather stop it, because actually it will affect you. And also I believe that the other things that makes people to quit or to divorce is whereby money is involved. You realize somebody has the money, but they don't want to be asked for those money. They want to spend it somewhere else, and they are not really taking responsibility in our family. So as a partner, you would feel this is a no. Also, I think there are other things, especially when it comes to sex. Sex is also one of the things that lead people to divorce. When somebody is denying you your conjugal rights for years, or even for some months, and the reason they are giving is either they are tired or they are not in the mood. So I think most people would really feel I don't want this. I think I want something else. Yeah, because sex is also a key in marriage. Is a major factor. A marriage cannot really do without sex. So it is very important.
Does childhood traumas and how we were raised affect marriage?
Definitely. We are the product of our past histories or past experiences. And how we behave is because of our past experiences. I believe past traumas, for instance, somebody who has been raped and she's married, if she didn't heal from the trauma of being raped, she may develop a certain phobia of hating men. And that person includes the husband. The husband may be hated or may be, emotionally detached to this woman, because the woman usually have those images of the people who raped her, and usually fear. And that will detach her from actually sexually being active and also engaging in sexual activities with the husband. So I believe that one is past traumas, yes. Something else I believe is how we were brought up. There are some marriages that, they were very abusive. Parents were very abusive. A mother and a father never agreed, or they used to have physical fights or beatings and whatever. And this lady or this young man grew up in that atmosphere, absorbing everything, what happened then. And this lady may grow up with the mentality of men are evil. Men usually beat their wives, or else if a woman is not submissive enough, she should be beaten. So I believe if in such cases somebody needs to heal, because those experiences usually affect our marriages even to date. Yeah.
Do you think is the leading cause of single mother?
I would actually say single motherhood, it's not bad. Their motherhood or single parenting, there are people who by default they are single. Maybe for instance somebody died, the husband died, and they are single. The others, they were married, but they divorced. There are others who don't want to get married. They only want to have children. So I think we can say it's about, we can categorize these groups. There are those who really are singles by default. Actually, death took their partners away. There are others, a certain group, number two, who may be now divorced. And number three, they don't want to get married. For number one, we cannot speak about it, but if they are willing, they can get married. And if they are not willing, because of what their first marriage was all about, they have the freedom to remain as singles. Group number two, I believe these people who divorced, they may decide not to get married again because of the experiences as well they have had in their first marriages. And people have mentality that men are evil. Actually, in quote, they are called men are dogs. I don't know why they are compared with dogs. But I believe men are not bad. Being one, I'm not a bad man. So I believe when women, because they have had experiences that were bad, they have this mentality that men are evil. Men are not evil. You have just encountered few who are evil. You have not encountered those who are angels. or king on earth. So I believe there are good men still existing. Yeah. Yeah.
The partner stay in an abusive relationship for the sake of the children?
I wouldn't say, we are in a different system right now. Back then, our grandmothers and our great-grandmothers, they used to persevere marriages because of the children, because they didn't have anywhere to go. Then women were considered actually to give birth only. They were not expected to work. They didn't own anything. They were not even in any position of leadership. They were just, just to live in homes, just to build homes and give birth. Right now, we have women who are really working. They cannot be cornered in the name of marriage because of their children. Because what their father is giving their children, even a mother can. If it's because of the properties, the mother can as well give the children the property. If it's about the education, the mother as well can cater the education part. So I believe a woman cannot or should not remain in abusive marriage in the name of children.
How does separation affect children?
They usually get traumatized. Separation is not easy because a child used to, to live with the father and the mother, and now the mother is gone, or the father is gone, and there is a gap. And at times, the children usually feel the gap because a mother cannot play the role of a father, and a father cannot play the role of a mother. In as much as you want to be the mother and the father, at times you cannot. So I believe the children usually feel the gap, and it's really affect them. They want a family that is stable. They want a mother and they want a father. So I believe they usually get traumatized. Many of the times when children usually compare us when they're in schools or even where in any other place, they usually compare, where is your dad, where is your mother? Your mother is not a good person, your father is not a good person, why did he left? The father never loved you, why did he not care for you? Why can't he care for you or be responsible for you? He doesn't love you. And that actually affect the children emotionally and psychologically. So I believe they usually get affected emotionally and also psychologically. When you see those bullies, is because somebody wants to exercise what they have been seeing in their homes. If a father is a brutal man, this son will grow to be brutal. Actually, he is imitating the father behavior. Or else, if a father does not speak, this child may grow to be the opposite of the father. And the child may feel, I cannot live like the way my dad usually live. So because of trying to live the opposite of the father, he may find himself on the other side. Yeah.
Okay, how do you keep marriage going, especially when the honeymoon phase is gone?
One thing I believe about marriage, it's a decision. It's a decision one make because people in marriages fall out of love. You'll be disappointed at your wife in the morning, at night, but she has decided to live with you anyway. A wife will give you 1,000 reasons why you are not supposed to be with her. And a husband as well will give you 1,000 reasons why you should not be with him. But it's a decision one's make. You are not tied in that house. If you want to go, you can. The doors are always open when we talk of marriage. You can pack your things and go. But for it to be sustained, it's a decision one make, that I'm in this, regardless of the difficulties, regardless of the challenges, that we are in this together. Whether things go messy, whether things go well, we will be on this together. Supporting each other, I believe, and actually knowing the other person have weaknesses, because the other person is your friend. So the moment you understand the other person is your friend, so when things happen, you should complement their weaknesses. You should support them. And moreover, when we talk of forgiveness, in marriage, what can really sustain marriage is forgiveness. Mtu atakukasilisha in the asubuhi, and jioni utamfuata tu kwa nyumba. I believe at times they don't want to serve you food, at times they don't want to talk to you, and they are very angry. But knowing the way to handle such, knowing how to talk to your partner when they are angry, knowing how to apologize and not repeating it again, I believe it's very essential and very important. For me, I would say knowing the mechanism of how to be in that marriage, because it has, uphills, it has down, and it's up to you to make a decision.
We have so many people dying in abusive marriages. Most women are told to persevere. As a marriage counselor, do you advocate for that perseverance?
Personally, I wouldn't say somebody to persevere in an abusive marriage. One, because I believe abusive marriages can lead to death of the partner or even of the children. We have seen many cases whereby partners are killing their children and also killing themselves. That's why I believe when it's all about abusive marriages, there is no need to persevere. If it's not working, the best thing to do is to quit, because it will bring more harm. What's the need of living in an abusive marriage where there is no peace, and actually you will infect your kids with the emotional traumas? Why is it not possible for you to leave that marriage? But I would say the reason why people persevere is because they don't know what to do next. Second, they don't know where to go next. Your life is owned by this person, and if you go, you are lost. Like, everything about you is gone. But I would, because this person has given you everything, and if you decide to go, then you'll go with nothing. So I think that's why most people persevere. Something else is because of the society. The society usually look at a person or a divorced person as a failed person or a failure. So when somebody, maybe they were in an abusive marriage and marriage never worked out, and they decided to leave, the society usually condemn the person, and they usually are seen as a failure or as a person who cannot really do with marriage. So I believe there is no reason, no good reason why somebody should persevere in an abusive marriage, because this is like a disrespect. When somebody is not respecting you, I usually see it not wise for you to be in that marriage. As well, when somebody is not really, giving you that priority or giving you that love, that means there is somewhere they are taking that love to. So if they cannot give it to you, who is it receiving? So I'm of the idea, if somebody is tired with me, they should go and let me be. I will find somebody else who is more beautiful than even her. Yeah. You'll always find somebody who is beautiful. You'll always find somebody who is handsome in this world. So that person is not your own world. Kama, if he doesn't love you, let him go. If she doesn't love you, let her go. There is more to life. One person cannot define your life. If they don't want to help you with the assignment or with the purpose or with anything, why should you have them anyway? Let them be. All right. Thank you.